We've spoken to Gary A. Wales in the past about the movie Rage. We are now joined by Gary and another three of the team behind the project. We have Barry Smith, we have Michaela Sweeney, and Paul Lapsley. Good afternoon to you all.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So first of all, Gary, tell us a bit about Rage and the point we're at, because I know we're not too far away from that premiere now.
Right, exactly. So Rage we've been working on for quite a while. Myself and David, who unfortunately couldn't make it today, we've been working on it for quite a while, and we have came across these wonderful people and in the line of creating it also. Rage is about a young man who takes a spin with drugs and alcohol. He gets a little bit violent. Well, I'm not going to say a little bit, but he gets quite violent towards his family, and things take a really strong twist. We made this project to, of course, raise awareness of domestic violence, drug abuse, and what that can actually do to families. We do have a few of the cast here. We've got Michaela, who played the babysitter, who actually observes me handling some drugs in the household with my wife and child. We've got Paul Lapsley, who was Ryan, i.e. the bar security guard, who violently took me out. And we've got Barry, who played one of the police officers. So, yeah.
So quite a casting and say quite a story as well. And when you're looking at anything like domestic violence and there's this sort of thing happening within a family, obviously it is something which will unfortunately touch a nerve with a lot of people. But hopefully by talking about this sort of thing and highlighting what is going on in reality through the world of the arts, we can hopefully get somebody to be able to stand up and talk. And I think that's a good, important message that comes off the back of anything like this.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like, obviously what we're portraying, we're portraying like we're not hiding anything. We want to come out pretty strong, pretty harsh. We didn't want to hide anything. I have seen quite a lot of it, and it is quite graphic, which is good. You know, people need to see that. I think the world that we live in with like Hollywood and everything, that's something that I'm not interested in. I'm all about being independent and doing our own thing and showing people what it's actually like behind closed doors. You know, like we don't need to sugarcoat it. You know, so we're being as real as possible in this, and I think we've nailed it pretty well. So yeah.
Well, let's talk to the team then. First of all, Michaela, tell us a bit about your role as the babysitter.
My role as a babysitter, I play Courtney's friend, who's Alex's girlfriend, and they come home from a date, and I've been looking after their wee boy Colton, and I know that he's upstairs getting ready for bed, and when they can come in, I know that there's been a serious situation. I can sense the atmosphere. I hear shouting when they come in the door, and I ask her if she's okay before leaving. And I just get this very bad feeling. I actually see the character Alex take some drugs before I leave, and then that makes my character phone the police.
And what was it like coming to a film like this? Because once you'd read the script, you knew that it was going to be quite a harrowing tale.
Yeah, absolutely. It was quite intense watching it as well, because all the cast remained on set. Even during the kind of private scenes, because again, in front of me, I was only witness to arguing. I didn't see any violence as a character, but on set, you know, it's quite intense, definitely a serious topic that we spoke a lot about.
And so, Barry, tell us a bit about your character and his interaction with the story.
Being the police officer, it was, you know, it's quite powerful when you're coming into the room. You're finding, you know, what's happened there. You're arresting them. You're taking them into, you know, like the police cells. It's quite powerful. It's quite lifelike. The film's quite, like Gary said, it's quite to the bone how you'd imagine life situations, which is it's good, you know.
But a difficult story to tell, and one where, I mean, you're playing a part on the right side of the story, but even so, you know, just seeing what the other actors are putting themselves through to get this to come across so realistically, that must have been quite traumatic.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, especially when we did the police scenes. Well, I was involved in it. It's very it's quite lifelike. It's good to portray and get it as close to the bone as possible, which is good. Very very powerful scenes, I should say.
Hmm. And Paul, you play a major role in changing the direction of the story.
Yeah, well, my character is Ryan, who at this for the bar scene was to throw the character out and to make it look as as gritty as possible. Door stewards don't usually throw people out this certain way because I used to be a door steward myself many moons ago. But I was also the fight coordinator for the whole thing as well, so I did all the arranging for even the police scenes where they had to put them in a restraint and put them into the cell, and that was good as well.
Yeah, and Gary, obviously, in the work that you've done bringing this story to life, and working alongside the rest of the team, getting the casting right, it must have been a good one. I mean, Paul's got experience of a real life role, but fortunately for him, not one that had required him to carry out the task that the film requested him to.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that I wanted to kind of look for, like people having that kind of experience in their past lives and stuff like that. I know Paul for quite a long time now, so I know exactly what he's capable of. I know what he can do, which is great to know. So it really helped the film massively, and yeah, I appreciated him. And we did actually, a true fact, we actually had a few moments on set where we took a wee McDonald's ride and we got into some vehicle actions.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we got into a little car crash, not because of Paul, because of the other tool. I'll call him a tool. But yeah, I mean, he kept us chill, and he's just been absolutely amazing. He's worked really well with us, and he knew everything, which was great. So like we didn't have to outsource and look for these other people because he was there to he kind of knew it. Like he knew about harnesses and knew about different if there wasn't something in front of him, he would think of something and he would go get it and he would come back in.
And find the way to make it work, to make a fight scene work and the action work there.
Exactly.
So Michaela, I mean, I haven't seen the whole finished product yet, I'm going to guess.
No.
Not as yet, but are you excited by this?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's always a good build up, and it's nice to see the finished product. It's hard to imagine all the wee individual scenes coming together, and hearing the whole story in one. So yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing it soon. Yeah.
And then, I mean, looking to Barry, I mean, for you, again, you get to wear the uniform in this one and be a figure of authority. So is that something that, again, that you've enjoyed doing and looking forward to seeing the final piece on?
Oh, definitely. It's exciting, especially to see the finished article. I've only seen glimpses of it and it looks great. So to see the full article I'm definitely looking forward to it.
And Paul, I mean, standout moments for you, I suppose, are actually throwing Gary out of a bar.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and helping Barry and the others do the restraint as well. And no, it was good. It was good. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the whole thing put together. Yeah.
Well, we're not too far away from seeing that. Gary, give us all the details on what we have so far as the premiere goes and what happens next.
So basically right now we are currently in post-production still. I have went through maybe 2 drafts now. So I have seen final pieces and you look amazing, by the way, just saying. So it does look good, and I'm really looking forward to showing all the team to hear their thoughts on ways that we can maybe improve it or just get some feedback like on the spot, so that'll be good. We do have a premiere coming up, which is January 24th, and that is going to be at the Hippodrome Theatre in Bowness. That starts at 7 p.m. Tickets are on sale right now. Tickets are selling very fast, which is amazing. And we do have some hopefully important people involved that's going to be coming along and guesting at the event also. All the proceeds from Rage, including merchandising, ticket, and the premiere night, will be donated to Victim Support Scotland. to help others in need.
Doing some absolutely excellent work off the back of it, telling a serious story and making sure that that message comes across in the right way, and through a piece of drama which is gritty but realistic, and one which will hopefully make it possible for people to step forward and be able to get themselves out of a similar sort of situation. For now, thank you all for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.